She was groomed to become the new Black Widow. Let's jump into the video and find out the origin of Yelena Belova, the White Widow. At the age of 15, Yelena Belova was chosen as a candidate to become the new Black Widow by the Russian government. She was trained by Colonel Skarkovsky for close to a decade at the training facility known as the Red Room. Even after posting better scores than the previous Black Widow, Yelena still doubted herself and refused the Black Widow title. Unknown to Yelena, her instructor Colonel Skarkovsky had become obsessed with her as she had grown older. He began paying a sex worker named Petra to wear Yelena's costume to satisfy his obsession. But Petra became delusional and began believing she was the true heir to the Black Widow title and killed the colonel during one of their rendezvous. Yelena was sent by her superiors to investigate his death. During her investigation, she uncovered that Petra was responsible for the colonel's death and killed her. The mission boosted her confidence, and Yelena was now ready to accept the title of the Black Widow. What she would never find out is that the entire ordeal was orchestrated by her superiors to push her into becoming the Black Widow. Yelena is extremely intelligent and has been extensively trained in the art of espionage. She's a master in various forms of martial arts and is an Olympic-level gymnast. She wears a Kevlar costume and uses bracelets which can release electric blasts known as her widow's bite. Yelena was now ready to prove she was the superior Black Widow and set out to best Natasha Romanoff, who had defected to the United States. She would interfere in Natasha's mission to destroy the bioweapon known as the Deathless Frenzy. Yelena was determined to secure the serum for her superiors and eliminate Natasha in the process. But the more experienced Black Widow was able to outsmart and outmaneuver the novice Black Widow at every turn, even saving Yelena's life in the process. Natasha, after successfully completing her mission, decided to school Yelena to the fact that she was just an expendable pawn of the government. She orchestrated an elaborate plan involving S.H.I.E.L.D. and Daredevil to enlighten Yelena. S.H.I.E.L.D. would kidnap Yelena, and then the two widows receive surgery to exchange their physical identities. Then, through a series of events that occurred during the plan, Natasha got Yelena to see what it really was to be a spy, a tool of the government. This revelation led Yelena to leave behind her life of espionage. She became a model and started a successful lingerie company. But eventually, Yelena was somehow lured back into the life of espionage by S.H.I.E.L.D. She would show up as the leader of a Black Ops team who was using slave labor to mine Antarctic vibranium in the Savage Lands. The Avengers had ventured to the Savage Lands pursuing Karl Lykos, aka Sauron. As Sauron went to attack the Avengers, Yelena shot him in the head and then had her team open fire on the Avengers. The Avengers were quickly able to take down Yelena and her team. As they questioned Yelena about who she was working for, Sauron recovered and hit Yelena with a blast of fire, burning her severely. As she was recovering in the hospital, she was approached by agents of Hydra and AIM. They offered her a chance at revenge against the Avengers, and Yelena accepted. AIM used their research from the original Super Adaptoid on Yelena, giving her the ability to adapt the powers of those she touched. She was sent to Stark Tower, where she began attacking Avengers, adapting the powers of each one she touched. In the end, she was overcome by not being able to control the powers of the Sentry which she had adapted. By adapting his powers, she had also adopted the Void persona of the Sentry and couldn't control it. Hydra, who had been monitoring the battle, activated a self-destruct mechanism in Yelena, exploding her so they couldn't be implicated. Yelena would later somehow resurface still alive in stasis in the possession of Norman Osborn. Yelena still continues to adventure in the Marvel Universe and has taken on the new codename of the White Widow. Well, that's the origin of Yelena Belova, the White Widow, and that's a wrap for this video. As always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again real soon. But until then, I'm out. Peace.